Hello, my name is Louis, and it is the House of Louis. And it has come to my attention from my brain to my mouth to you that I have no idea what to talk about in this channel because once you remove the ads, stop watching high fashion content, stop doing all those things, you're left with almost nothing. Which is sounds so sad, but also so true. There has been the past weeks. It's been almost like a month at this point where I stopped using social media. I stopped using anything, and the last time I went to a boutique or to a mall, whatever you call it, it was after my incident whenever I went to the emergency room. And then I got this one, this Chanel mirror thing. But other than that, I literally haven't done anything. I haven't shopped. I browse here and there whenever I get bored, but I usually don't do anything like that anymore. So I have come to the conclusion that I have nothing to talk about. So I shall paint for you. This is a painting, and also I am going to start rambling, start talking about what I feel, how do I feel right now, the things that I've been into now that it is kind of weird, honestly, how like social media like eats us to a point of no return. So dramatic, but I mean, kind of feels like it. But yeah, it's been wonderful, honestly. I'm not thinking. I don't think I will go back. But there is a problem though. That almost everything is run by social media, just like this painting. This painting was inspired by an artist or by a teacher. Well, she's an artist, but she teaches in TikTok. And I wish I can find it. I'm gonna try my best to find her, but I have no clue on to where she, like, I had it saved on my account, but I deleted my account, so I have no freaking clue what was her name, what was anything. So that's the issue, to talk about a little bit about this painting that I am doing. It is almost a project. It is an ongoing project. This is not just paint and go. I'm gonna post the pictures. So I had the idea with this professor. This is not my idea, just so FYI. This is my interpretation of her idea that she had. I don't know if it's something that has been done. I don't remember saying that she got inspiration from somebody, but I got inspiration from her, so to make this in my way. This is a very philosophical in a way. So this art is very deep, meaning that it is layered. Literally, it's layered. So you start with the canvas, and then you start with the first painting. And again, this is my interpretation of what she made. This is not whatsoever exactly what she made. But what I'm doing is every week I am painting over something like that, and I take a picture. So I will put pictures here, and I will take a pictures of the end result of that week's painting. And then I will, whenever that week ends and whenever a week starts, I will paint something else on top of it. It could be nothing, it could be something very extreme. That's up to you to find out what it was. And it has been very cathartic because I'm using acrylics for this experiment. I love whenever acrylic dries a little bit and it gets chunks in there. Sounds really bad, but you get the idea. And I love the idea of having, you can cover it up, but the past is still there. The past still shows with the texture. And the only way that you can go back to where it was is with memory, is with a picture. And that picture can take you places where, like I felt very angry at this moment in time. I felt very free. I was talking about, something at work, and this came out. It can be anything or nothing at the same time. And it's kind of amazing. And to force myself to do something a week, because any artist will tell you it's kind of hard to, it's really easy to get into the procrastination nation. So it is nice to have something to go to every week and be like, okay, so this is what I'm gonna do, or I'm just gonna paint it black and that's gonna be it. So far that hasn't happened to me, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen at some point. So, and I don't know how long I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm just gonna keep doing. I'm just gonna keep doing it until I don't care for it no more, or until I want to start another one. So going back to the social media of it all, the only one that I have that I kept open, obviously, is YouTube. And for many reasons, but mostly because I really like YouTube. I really like the idea. It can get very, 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 very toxic. I am considering getting the free ad version, because in a way, yes, I am paying whatever, but I feel like my thing is the ads. The ads kind of, the ads to me is what I have a complaint about, like I am very easy to I get very easy influenced by things, and whenever ads come into play, I don't know, I don't like that. I really don't like that. But I kind of stopped, not really, but like kind of stopped watching luxury YouTube because of that. Because of that reason, I still watch my friends and I still watch the people that I care for here and there, but not as much. And they know, the ones that I talk to, and the ones that I did tell them that for a while that was something like that was gonna happen. Like, not, don't know when, but that was gonna happen. That's what happened. That's one thing about me. I will think about something today, and then I will not act for years. But then one day I will be like, okay, this is the day, and then out of nowhere, I would just make a decision like I'm not gonna be in social media forever or something like that. So, I had the conversation about this with the people, the few friends that I made on YouTube, that, make that type of content. So, I will be like, hey, just so you know, don't feel bad. Probably won't watch. I will be in the loop. So if you need anything, I'm here. Um, it's I don't think it was any hard feelings, and they know, and I hope they know that I don't mean anything. But it's just more for me, I don't feel good whenever whenever I'm in that position. It feels this FOMO. It's I don't like this. I really don't like this. But that being said, what have I watched? So, like I said, a few times I've watched, my friends or the ones that I care for, just to keep up with them, just to be like, hey, are you okay? Okay, cool. But then I read this article, and again, if I find it was a long time ago. It was whenever I was sick, and I couldn't move. So, I read an article, that said, and it's just so random, that whenever you spend money on your credit card or your debit card, whatever it is, you detach yourself from money. And there was like, researchers doing research on that. And, I was like, okay, that's interesting. And because, like whenever you spend cash, like actual cash, you make an attachment to the money, and then you spend less in a way. And I was like, okay, because I haven't spent cash in a while, like I literally haven't spent, I haven't carried cash with me in, geez, years probably. So I got curious about that, and then I was like, okay, let me research more about that. Turns out, Jesus Christ, there's a whole community, like a huge community, and I knew it before, but I didn't know how big they were. I didn't know how big that community was until I opened a loophole into the cash stuffing community. Sweet baby Jesus, oh my sweet Lord, they are going cray. That's a whole another kind of worms. I will not do cash stuffing. To the idea of having cash with me, it triggers me. On top of it, having cash in my house, ooh, that's just not. But here's the thing, like I watch it not to learn or to do what they do, but I watch it because it is so relaxing. The way that they film those videos is an overhead view of the camera, and then the way that they talk, because I'm assuming the camera is here and they are doing the stuffing, they're like counting the cash. So the microphone, it is really close to them, and it's really close to the cash, and they whisper. Most of them, they whisper because they don't want to yell at the camera, and it is so relaxing. It is extremely relaxing to listen to them count it. And they talk about their lives. There's one that I was like, damn girl, you got triggered by that. Her daughter changed her name, and every time that she puts cash on her daughter's envelope, she has that like that she has to point that out. She's like, well, my daughter change your name. And we're here, it's fine. I'm still getting used to it. And I'm like, girl, you're not liking that shit. But, I don't know. I don't think I will ever do that. But just to see, and there's some tips that I've gotten that I was like, okay, it makes sense. But there's within that community, there's another thing. Always a white man. Why is it that? Like always a white man telling you about tips about what you should do with your money. Which I'm like, girl, really? A white man telling me how to manage my money? I don't think so. But there is like most of those people they follow this guy that I won't give credit because God Jesus I won't mention because it just gives me the creeps. But they follow this guy that you can call and be like, hey, I have $1 million in debt. I'm pretty sure a lot of people know who I'm talking about, and they'll be like, what? No, like they will act like shut the fuck up, dude. Like really, like why are you being so disgusting about something so personal? Again, like people that call, like I'm pretty sure I don't know if they're actors. I don't know. Like this is just me asking questions, I guess. I'm assuming they're not. I don't know. I have no clue. But if you call, you know what is gonna happen to you. But the fact that like the way that he talks, and it was I watched the video just to know because everybody talks about him in the cash stuffing community. And then it was saying about college, and it was like, don't go to this. It was basically mocking people that go to art, you know, art institutes or art colleges and all that stuff. It was like mocking them, and basically the only thing that you have available that you can go to make good profit, it is business or some type of career that could give you money. And I was like, but how sad that would be a world that everybody goes to those type of colleges. It is kind of it's so sad, honestly. It is so sad how they think. Again, I don't watch them I honestly don't care about the cash stuffing. If they work for them, that's great. But and I usually don't talk about money in my channel because I think it is very not tasteful at all. But I just wanted to tell you how funny it is. How they go, how they talk, how they like that community, how big it is. So, and another news, I guess. So here's the thing. So another thing that I quit, I don't know if you guys know, or I mentioned, it was coffee. I know, coffee. I don't think that I will stop completely, but until my birthday, by the time that you're watching this, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like a week or so for me to, or maybe in this week, it's gonna be where I drink my first coffee in a while. So it has been you know, I have my ups and downs. I try to consume natural sugars so I can have some type of you know, energy going on. There are some times that I just have a headache, you know, and I had to take a pill because, you know, I'm so used to drinking coffee. I'm so used to, you know, just drinking coffee. But so I read, I think I watched a video, or I think it was a YouTube video, long time ago. This is, like, again, if I find it, I'll link it down below. But it's been a long time ago since of all the things that I'm telling you. That coffee, the way that coffee works, and don't quote me, okay? I'm no specialist. I'm not a researcher. Don't quote me on anything. But I believe this is what I read that, and I'm paraphrasing here. The way that coffee works is by stress. Coffee hits the stress point, and the stress is what makes you have more energy, but at the same time, it gives you more anxiety. And it literally, whenever I read that, I was like, it makes so much sense because I have so much anxiety. But then, whenever I stopped drinking coffee, it was like I was more aware. It was like I was calmer. I was not speaking louder. I was, you know, in a very calm position. I was listening to things. It was like this is so weird. If anybody can understand what I'm talking about, it was like I can listen to sounds. That sounds so creepy, but also that's how it felt like. I was listening to sounds. Before, my mind was so busy that it kind of um like I so this is how the way that I can explain it. Whenever I would drink coffee, I was alert by anything, but I won't focus in anything to nothing basically. And because I was so alert, so like in go mode, I think that's what I'm gonna call it. My whole, you know, hearing or touching or feeling were not activated, if that makes any sense. Which is very fascinating to me, you know, like how, you know, I stopped drinking coffee, but I was more aware of my surroundings. Um, you know, and it's a, I mean, coffee is a drug, you know, and it kind of make me think of like, I'm going too extreme on this, but what have I missed? It's like I felt like I miss something, you know, like there's something there that it's not. I don't know, like because I was in such a rush all the time because of the coffee. I felt like there's something missing. There was like, I don't know. I am like rambling at this point. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but like to me, it feels like because I was drinking coffee and I was on alert all the time, I missed something. Like I missed to be aware of things. I don't know. I'm literally not making any sense. If I am making sense, I don't know. But in my head, it makes sense. I hope for and somebody else out there. If anybody's watching this video, this is too long. But I'm gonna finish this. I wanna show you a little bit of what have I done. So this is the base. It's just gold. It is gold. Hi. It is gold. I still haven't done anything. This book, I am halfway done. It is great. It is amazing. It is super great, super amazing, huge. Another update. This is what happened to the Chanel nail polish cap. It broke. Just like Chanel and me, we broke up. Anyway, if anybody watches up to here, please comment a peach emoji, because I don't, God knows it's 30 minutes. I don't know if anybody's gonna watch this. But if you do, I freaking love you. And I hope I see you next time. Goodbye.